Mountain Bike Life 25. Um, yeah, I sorry, bought a complete set of 81, 82 OPC hockey cards, and I thought, okay, should be arriving soon. They're only not very far away, so not very far away. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna get them real soon. So 2 days pass after delivery date, and usually if something is with only like 3 or 4 hours away from you, you're looking at about a 2 day minimum of delivery. So I couldn't find the guy's number until I went into the Better Business Bureau for the seller, and luckily he ran a hog card shop. Because if it had been private, I don't know if I would have ever got a hold of him. Because you couldn't message him. I tried messaging him 100 times, and he locked his messages up. And what I didn't realize, he was on vacation when I did get talking to him. I said, oh yeah, I've forgotten, it's sitting right here on the desk. But what didn't make sense is that if it was sitting on the desk, he could have sent it out that morning and got it into the mail faster. And even though he gave me a tracking number, I don't care. I really don't. You have to be more efficient. In my 23 years experience of selling stuff, I've encountered a lot of people who were ridiculously stupid and made excuses, and some people that just were plain dumb. And then there's people that just came and they bought their stuff and they didn't complain. For instance, just today, I thought I had a sale of $40 worth of cards. I thought the deal was in the bag. Guy says he was coming to see his mother-in-law. But then I say, it's like, we agreed at 3:30, it's 4 o'clock, just curious where you are. He says, oh, well, my relative is sick. My mother is sick in the hospital. But what he didn't realize, he said mother-in-law in the first place. So I knew he was lying. But I said to him, you know what? Like I said before, I've been in this business for over 23 years selling stuff. And do not lay your guilt trip on me. Always remember that. Somebody's trying to lay a guilt trip on you, that you're the reason why their parents or relatives are sick. No, you're not. You are not at all accountable for their problems. So don't take it too personally. And if you see that 2019 Gibson Les Paul over there, and that 14 Fender Strat, and that 2020 Telecaster, and that 2004 Marshall, and the TV that's in front of me, and the Xbox One, and the Xbox 360, and the Nintendo Wii was a gift, because one of my buyers liked me so much, he gave me a heavy modded Wii. All that stuff, and that 61 Harmony was a gift also. That's how much respect I get. And all this stuff. You see that? And it's all from working hard, selling stuff for over 23 years to people who are nice and polite, who do not get their personal matters involved with their business matters. Those are two different parts of culture and business. You can't put your personal problems with your business problems. If you can't afford something, or if you can't come to pick up something, then please just don't come to my door. Arrange for a different time. If you know who I am, and you're hearing this video, and you think that I'm being rude and cold and heartless, I'm not. It's just like any other business. If you are not making much money, say, and you know you could break yourself and can't pay the rent, don't buy something from me expensive. Say, if I put up one of those guitars for sale, like the Les Paul Traditional, which I never would, or if I decide to switch amps, don't buy something that could break the bank. or say if I decided to sell that complete in box Nintendo, because it is complete in box. The box is stored somewhere else. And, it leaves you with no rent. That's another thing. Always make sure the people that buy from you are established, so they don't lay guilt trips on you. And also remember, if they broke themselves, it was their own fault, not yours. It was their own fault. I'm just grateful I have Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 that I can rely and relax on. There are a lot of people out there who will try to get underneath your skin. They will be rude, they will be impeding, and they'll do anything to get to make you think that you did this to them, you did that to them. I've heard it all. I have truly heard it all. And I don't care. And this is a message to those people. If you're watching this video, these buyers, so-called buyers, if you're watching this video, remember, I don't care. Because I don't know your family, and that's none of my business. I'm here to sell stuff. And if you don't like it, well, too bad. But don't get your family involved with me. If you say, oh, well, I'm the reason why your parents are sick. No, I'm not. It's because of certain other health reasons. Do I go around saying about my relatives when they pass away and say to somebody on a message, oh, well, I'm having an awful day and you're just making it worse because you're bothering me on the day that my relative passed away? I don't even mention it. I don't even talk about it. Sometimes I don't even go to work on those days. If you're having those issues, then don't message me about a product. You obviously committed to buy. It's just like eBay. If you commit to buy and you don't have the money, guess what? You could be in a lawsuit. Now, I'm not talking about lawsuits or nothing for me because you won't get that. But to remember, always remember, when you're buying from anyone, don't get too personal and start making stupidity into a lifestyle. I have seen it all. Believe me, in my 23 years, I have seen it all. I have seen guys give me an original Xbox right at the back of a pickup truck. And sadly, at that time, I was very naive, and I bought into it for $20. I thought, oh, bargain of a lifetime, I'll probably fix this thing up. Because I fixed a lot of stuff up. Turned out it was a dud. The thing, there was nothing. The whole entire CPU was gone. I can't remember what part it was. ECU. Yeah, one of those parts. And it was shot. And to fix it would have cost me $80. So I lost everything. And luckily, I got a hold of the guy. I said, could I just get a PS2 controller from you if you got one? And we'll just trade back. And luckily at that time, PS2 controllers were like $30. And I did okay. But then he starts complaining, well, you sold the games. I said I had to make some money off them. And legally, it was in my possession. So always remember that. If somebody starts whining to you that you sold something off a system, guess what? Legally, you own the system during the time when they ripped you off. And if they ripped you off, go right ahead and sell stuff off it. I would. Teach them a lesson. As long as it's just a video game. Because legally, it's your stuff. They can't say, oh, well, that's just a whiner's song. Really it is. What really disappoints me about some people, how childish they truly act. Sorry to get my feet in here. I like to wear my t-shirt and shorts, no socks on. I'm relaxing, playing my favorite video games. I even fall asleep in this recliner sometimes. But you know, they try to say, oh, well, this and that, try to lay a guilt trip on you and try to make you feel guilty and say that you did this and that to them. No, you didn't. When you're buying and selling like I do to make a little cash on the side, and like I paid for most of that Les Paul and the Strat and the Telecaster. I still got to pay off the Telecaster. And I'm paid right up till November. That's how much I paid so far. And right now, it's a difficult time to even find video game consoles used where I usually get them and then rebuild them. And, you know, people think, well, buyers think, oh, well, they can take advantage of you and say these things and throw you underneath the bus. I'm just trying to give you a friendly wake-up call. You know, if you're running into these types of people, they are bad for business. They are toxic and they are hard on your health. And you should be able to say, hey, excuse me, I don't like your toxic attitude because you're getting bad on my health. Talking about your problems because your problems are not my problems. And make sure you're firm about that. And write it in block lettering. And if you can block them on Facebook, block them on your servers, everything. Because you don't need that garbage. If I've learned anything through my 23 years, never, ever give out your address unless they're committed to buying the item. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Like saying, are you sure you're going to buy the item? Are we ready to go? And this guy was actually going to send me an e-transfer. And then, say if that e-transfer goes sour, he could cancel the money and just be a complete mess. You know, I'm not saying names, so am I ridiculing these people? No, I'm not. So I'm not saying their names. And I don't know their names. Some of them I just don't know their names, and I don't care. So it's not slander. But the fact of the matter is, don't let people get underneath your skin when you're selling stuff. That commitment to buy is their commitment to buy. They shouldn't be holding you accountable for their problems. It goes code in stores. It goes code in life. It's part of who we are as humans. We don't go around pointing fingers at each other. If you got a problem about something or someone, then you deal with it in a professional manner and you say, hey, this isn't right. But, you know, I do find it discouraging, like, because I just sell stuff, you know, and it's disappointing that people have to get so upset over nothing, over absolutely nothing at all. You know, it really feels like a Seinfeld situation. You know, if you didn't really have interest in buying the item, just tell me. I'll sell it to someone else. And I think I'm going to make that as a policy. Cash only. And also, if you have no interest in buying the item, please do not contact me. Because it will save me a lot of frustration. If your personal matters come before this item, please do not contact me. I do not want to carry your problems along with my own or something like that. I don't want you talking about me. You know, and these people, they're bad for your ratings. They're bad for everything that you stand for as a seller. You always want to have a 5-star rating. Then stay away from toxic people. There are winos out there that will pretty much whine about anything. And you got to remember, they can get loans from hawk shops till they get back on their feet if they buy something from you they couldn't afford. So don't fall for that crap. Stand up for yourself and don't back down. That's Mountain Bike Life 25, and I'll see you later.